Alright, so I knew I wasn't going crazy. I figured the car wasn't going to start originally. And here we go, brake on. And the car's going nuts. Now, out of sheer luck, coincidence, I was playing with this guy. You gotta believe me when I say I was playing with this guy. And it settled out the relays. And I only know that because when I was heating up the engine and I revved it, I know the engine had to have tilted a little bit and it shut it down. And I just did it before off camera. I'm trying to recreate it here. But this harness, even though it should have nothing to do with everything else, because it just goes to the engine. It doesn't go from here to like out there. Oh man. I'm gonna cut this harness open and see what the hell is going on in here, because this is the only place that I push and everything was shutting up, and now it's getting harder and harder to do. It was sheer luck in the beginning, but I'm pretty positive that's I would love for it to shut up for you guys. Make sure it's nothing else. Oh, see that? I just shut it up. It's still doing weird stuff. But all I did was touch down there. So we got something going on. I don't know, rodent. Nothing looks weird. I can hear, low power, but if we hit the brake shuts it up, and then we can try and start it. But it still says that weird neutral, we're not in park. And again, when we go off of it, let's try and prove it out again. Let's try and prove it out again, because the relays are going nuts. Relays are going nuts here. Maybe it's over here then. You hear that? So we're chasing a problem somewhere over here. We already, like I said, we got that bolt in, so the grounds should be okay. But we got something going on either here or here. We gotta check it out. Gotta check it out. So the plot thickens. You guys saw me push it up here. This ain't making any changes now, but if I push it down here, the plot thickens. So this ain't making any change. You can hear stuff vibrating, so I think it's going to be this loom, which is going to be, I think, easier to check out. Something is going on, I think, down here. So we're going to check that one out. Alright guys, so we got this cover off here. Everywhere that you see the little slits, that's where it's connected to the back here. So you're going to have a little bit of a mess over here, and that's the back cover. Now, one thing I reconnected this ground, but look at the crusties on it. See the crusties? I'm not a fan of the crusties. Now, off video, I wiggled and wobbled and pulled and tugged. And I couldn't replace the issue until I did this. And I'm going to show you guys what I did to replicate this identical issue. So right now, the car should fire right up. Okay, there we go. It's running. It's not going to run too nice because the mass airflow sensor ain't connected. Car knows that. That's why I check engine lights on. That's not a big deal. Not worried about that. Car's running great right now. Idling beautifully, brand new engine. But here's what I want to show you to replicate this issue. We're going to take our 10 millimeter and we're going to do G101. It's hanging on by a thread. So there we go. There we go with the clicking. These exact symptoms came back. So what I want to do here, I'm not a fan of the corrosion there. So I kind of want to redo this ground. There's only 4 on them, which ain't that bad. Redo them, maybe put them over here. Redo them on 2 eyelets, something to get rid of that corrosion and make this thing 100% reliable driving. And that'll be that. 100% guaranteed. Here, we're going to touch it to engine ground. You're going to listen. It shuts up. Now, it shuts up now because we already pulled the ground. But that's it. Without that, the whole car freaks out. I would have never expected it. That was kind of sheer luck, but there was a little bit of investigative work there. I knew it was a power of ground. I just didn't think it was right there on the engine side where that ground's missing. Everything else is hunting for a ground right now and freaking out. So we're gonna repair that. I'm gonna get some eyelets and we're gonna put it at, like I said, we're gonna put it back in, but I don't think we're gonna put it back in the original spot, because even though this is a new engine, if you look in there, those threads ain't stripped, but they're really, really, really crummy on this new engine. So I'd rather go over here, because that's a through bolt. Oh man, where's my camera? There we go. This one's a through bolt. We'll shave off all the paint on this little bracket here that holds this wiring loom, and we'll put it right there. I'm sorry guys, I'm looking at it, not through the camera, but we'll put it right here versus over there. Even though this thing does cinch down, this one's a bigger bolt. I think it'll do better over there, and at least in the future we'll see it. But I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna, like I said, that corrosion. When you see the green corrosion, that's never good. And she had problems with this in the past, even before the engine ran out of coolant and stuff. I want to make good certain grounds on it, and then I'll feel confident with that repair. I really will. I always give a 1-year guarantee on it. And you know, don't mind this old harness sitting here. I was just looking at where all the clips were sitting, so that way I knew how to pop it off on this one. We'll try and put the the old cover back on it just so it looks pretty. Don't really need it, not the end of the world, but that's where we're at. Just 4 crap grounds, and that's that.